So you're thinking about starting a rental car business. That's fantastic. But there's a few things you might want to think about insurance-wise before you get too far down the track. Insuring rental cars is pretty easy as long as you've got all the right documentation in place. So the first and biggest one is a formal rental agreement. Without this, the insurance company is not going to offer you cover. What they want to do is they want to get a copy of that agreement and review your insurance clause to make sure you're not taking on any liability that would be outside the norm, so that if something does happen, they can actually recoup their costs. Once you've got this rental agreement sorted, next part is just collecting information. So the insurance companies have got special questionnaires for rental vehicles, which is going to go over things like who's going to be driving the vehicle, international drivers on international license is going to be driving it, under 21 is going to be driving it, where are the vehicles parked when they're not being used, and so on and so on. Once you've filled this out and got that rental agreement, you submit it to the insurance companies and they're going to come back with quotes. And on these quotes, they're going to have different conditions and variations depending on who the insurance company is. So some insurance companies will exclude theft while the vehicle's in use, which might be okay if you've got trackers attached to all the vehicles. And sometimes these quotes have lower premiums attached. Other quotes might exclude under 21 drivers, and again, for some businesses, this is good if you're not planning on renting vehicles out to these young people. But if you've got a rental business that's renting out camper vans and you want to capture the crowd coming in over summer, then getting this cover is going to be essential. So you want to look through and make sure all of the terms and conditions are going to fit within your business, because they vary wildly with this cover. Now, cost-wise, it can get expensive, but with rental vehicles, it really depends on the claims history. So if you're just starting out, you're probably rated as middle of the pack and your premiums won't be too bad. But after a few years of going, the insurance company will be able to see how your fleet actually performs over time and then adjust your premium accordingly. If you haven't had many claims over this period, then the premiums will stay pretty affordable. However, if you have claims that far exceed what you pay in insurance each year, the insurance company is either going to want to see that you've done something to mitigate the chance of this happening, such as maybe excluding under 25s from driving if they're causing all the accidents, or they're going to put your premiums up that they can still maintain profitability on your insurance, because an insurance company is not going to want to insure you unless they can make a profit out of it. All in all, we insure hundreds of rental cars at giraffes, anything from a one-off vehicle to a fleet of camper vans. Just remember those key things: get that rental agreement sorted, send it through, and get that questionnaire filled out, and the rental cover only takes it a day or so to arrange. Not super difficult, but just a few things you do need to have in order to make sure the whole process goes super smoothly.